On a late night at the Slater Family Ice Arena, we welcome you all to another special edition of Some Hockey. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I'm Dan Ridenour. New addition to the broadcast booth with Blake Schultz here tonight. And how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great, sir. I'm really happy to join you all on a great night for hockey.
I mean, definitely looking forward to it indeed. In terms of what you're looking forward to and what you got ahead. And also we have CJ Brown on camera doing a great service in helping us out tonight. But looking for a lot of anticipation for the Indiana Hoosiers as well as Bowling Green. Indiana coming into tonight 11-2 in the TSCHL. They are 4-0, ranked 5th in stand overall. Bowling Green on a bit of a rougher start. They are in 6th place in the T with a 2-10 record. Those 2 T wins coming against the Louisville Cardinals.
Indiana leads the all-time series 7-1 against Bowling Green. The last meeting against these two opponents, Indiana won November 16th of last year, 5-3. BGSU's last win was the previous year before that, on September 16th, 2023, 5-3. BGSU's home record against the Hoosiers are 1-2. BGSU's away record is 0-5.
So looking to get their second win against Indiana in the all-time series at the Slater Family Ice Arena. They are also looking for their first home win this season, Blake. They've gotten both of those were on the road at Louisville, though, however. Looking for that first win here at the Madhouse on Mercer.
Yeah, it will definitely be interesting to see if the Falcons can get it done tonight. Hoosiers have played some tough opponents, even with a win over Ohio University. It'll be interesting to see how they match up against the Falcons tonight.
Well, and we'll see that just in a bit, but let's take a look right now real quick at the starting lineups for the Indiana Hoosiers. We're going to start out in goal. They're going to have the number 31, Nate Gutzman, getting his 4th appearance of the year. Currently has an 8.875 save percentage and a 2 goals against average. As we move along to the defense for Indiana, let's take a look at that number 23 in Carter Grimes, going to be on the left side tonight. The sophomore from California has played in 10, make that 11 games now this season. And then let's take a look as well to the number 16 of Ray Mears, one of the 2 seniors on this team. Going to be at that right spot tonight from Warrenville, Florida. He played 30 games last season, going to notch another one for the 25-26 campaign. Moving up to the forward position at left wing, we're going to have the number 17 sophomore Matthew Schmidt from Bloomington, Indiana. He's played in 12 of the 13 games so far this season for the Hoosiers. Going to be another one tonight for him as well. At center, we're going to have the number 14 of Ben Rosenberg, the junior from Pelham, New York, and he will go there. And then at the right wing, we're going to have the number 19 of Garrett Bauermeister from Greenwood, Indiana. His 12th game of the season, has played in 11 so far, Blake.
Sounds great for starting roster-wise for Indiana. Some key players to watch from that. Number 9, Andrew Chambers. Number 20, Jake Rock. And Davis Jagers, number 6. Andrew Chambers currently leads the Hoosiers with 13 points. Record of points in 8 of 10 games. Power play, catalyst, excellent in tight spaces from what I've seen from Chambers this past season.
Well, and we'll keep it going along just as so. And let's take a look as well now for the BGSU starting lineup here as we will proceed and roll along with it. Going to be at left wing tonight. Going to be number 13, Andrew Uppy out of Ann Arbor, Michigan, going to be starting there. Seth Gobble, the freshman from Hilliard, Ohio, going to be the center tonight. And then we're going to see a familiar face out of Cleveland, the number 21 of Nolan Patton. As for the defense, we're going to have Aiden Granica and Austin McMullen. Check out McMullen tomorrow. You'll know then. But beyond that, we'll have those two. And then is starting tonight, we are going to have Mitchell Norkovicius so far for his 7th game of the season. They're currently at around the 6 goals against average and a .876 save percentage, Blake. So Bowling Green with 3 goaltenders going to be relying on Norkovicius tonight.
It'll be very heavily leaned on Mitchell Norkovicius tonight, especially being one for 3 with a .876 SV percentage. Solid in high pressure situations, tracks the puck well. Some big keys going into the game for Bowling Green. Protect the slot. Indiana thrives on rebounds and second chance looks. Clear bodies in front. Another one is capitalize on special teams. Power play goals could be the difference in this one. Need to improve on the 12.4 conversion rate.
Well, overall, definitely a lot to look at tonight, and we're going to see that as we roll along. So just a lot of anticipation tonight for BG and Indiana. Obviously, Indiana, the 2024 national champions. They ended up getting the victory there against Purdue Northwest. They currently have 5 of those kids still on the team, all juniors, seniors, and a grad student who will be none other than Andrew Chambers, who has been around the block. Kind of like a fifth year, just like Mark Rudo and Ryan Hoover on the other side of the ice. We've got around 1:09 to go before we begin for another edition here at the Slater Family Ice Arena for the 7th time. We will have BGSU hockey at the Slate. So don't go anywhere. This is BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube. Oh, and you don't need to list it off like you're reading. That's just for you to have.
Okay.
I know it's your first. I'm giving you some slack, but... And...
Whatever works.
We'll switch over. Take that, I'll take this.
Sorry, Dan, I didn't catch what you said there.
Just, you don't have to, like, read it off like it's a book. Like, you just need that for reference.
Okay.
And you'll learn as you go, so I'm not, like, mad or nothing. I get it. You get a little jitters.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've done this.
It's all good. All right. Swig of water, and then when they kind of get off the bench, we're going to go back. I thought we were doing the anthem or not. You ready?
Yep.
On a beautiful Friday night or Saturday morning, however you view it, welcome everybody to the Slater Family Ice Arena. I'm Dan Ridenour, joined alongside Blake Schultz for his color commentary debut. Here we go. Updike, Gobble, and Patton to make the start with Aiden Granica and Austin McMullen for the BGSU Falcons. Here we go. Machine head by Bush. You know Ohio hockey is on. Gobble going to be going out against it now. Ben Rosenberg to take the draw behind him. Going to be won by Bowling Green. From Patton over to Updike, the intended target. McMullen to chase in there as well. Going to go right past McMullen. Going to chase it deep in, and the stick of McMullen just misses it wide to the right. And we will have to take it the other direction, but here we go. McMullen. Shot blocks going the other way. Now here you'll have it. Rosenberg going to try for it. Gobble to get the clear in. So now here we go. Nolan Patton going to be going against now for the number 16 of Ray Mears. Behind the net now. Gobble to chase after the puck and have it with Patton. And it'll be taken the other way by Rosenberg. Looking for a pass now. Rosenberg on the left side. Going to be chasing after it. Ted Schultz. Going to follow one-timer right in front. The attempt to be made by Bauermeister. Now in the corner, chasing it back along, waiting for something to go. Just a high puck, loose right in front, and the shot by Indiana, a goal. Matthew Schmidt will clean it up.
A pretty clean shot from Matthew Schmidt there. Pretty nice setup, just getting the puck in that scramble there to set up a nice, clean, easy shot for Indiana.
Well, that'll be his 3rd goal of the season, so Schmidt going to get in the back of the net there. And oh, Schneike's less than a minute in to some BGSU club hockey and just noticed that. My apologies for missing the score bug here, but here we'll have it. And we're going to be taking it back the other way. So now getting it back along on the far side, waiting for it again here. Well, and now we'll take it back, waiting the other way, just behind the net, chasing after it. And waiting it back along, 18:31 and counting left in the period currently. And so now we'll be waiting for it back again. So now Granica going to chase that one back in. Get another shot on net like they had with McMullen earlier. And going to be waiting for it just like that. So now behind, waiting for it. Going right out in front. Looking for something else here. 17:48 left in the first period. That one to go right back out on Norkovicius. Going to chase behind the net is McMullen, who now will go over to Granica, waiting for something along here. Right out to McMullen, going to go out. Kiesel now with the puck, going to be chasing after it again. So that one going right out. On the stick of Austin McMullen. He'll go cross ice to Aiden Granica. Looking for somewhere to go across past JT Webb. That one will be taken, but picked up again by JT. So now right in front. Looking out across for Indiana. Burke going to get the pass across and an offside to be called.
And offsides there on Indiana. As we reset here for another face-off.
And so now waiting for it back and along again the other way. 17:11 and counting left in the first period, so now we'll wait for it along here. 1-0 the score for Indiana as we proceed. They're going to be taking it back the other way and just waiting a little bit more. So now right behind. In front trying for it again is to Jake Rock, and that one in front stopped by Norkovicius.
Norkovicius on another great stop here already. You'll be hearing his name called a lot more here tonight, but you have seen some of the great plays called already. I'm sorry, goals caught already from Norkovicius here tonight.
Well, we'll take it back again the other way. 16:52 and counting left. And so now there you'll have it. Waiting for somewhere else to go, and that one just wide to the right. Owen Bentley now to chase after it. Going to keep it going a little bit more. Tripped up there. Here you go. Filer Johnson behind with it as well. Going across now, just going to move it. Jake Rock now. High shot, though. Going to be picked up by Schultz in the eventual. So now here it goes right into the corner. Going to be waiting after it. Over to Tanner Amos right in front. Going to be finding it to Filer Johnson. He'll lose possession of the puck, and now we have to take it the other way. As we get it moving along here, Blake.
Indeed here. We have some trade outs here. I can't quite see who's all coming for in Bowling Green, but we're having our fourth face-off of tonight, I believe. Here we go. Puck goes Indiana way. Missed shot attempt from number 4. Indiana just trying to set up something here. Bowling Green kicks it out. Indiana trying to set up the line. It's going to go back towards Bowling Green.
Well, quite to see, too, as well, in terms of what's actually going on and the anticipation, you know, that you had for tonight and what was really looking forward to it. And you get a team like Indiana at home, and right now, 15-12 left. Indiana up 1-0. And just going to have a lot to see what can stop it.
As we get ready for another face-off here tonight. Some confusion on the Indiana side. Looks like we got another substitution. New 3, number 9, 27, and 20. As we face off, Indiana retrieves the puck. Pass to number 25. Number 9 trying to set something up for Indiana. That pass attempt is blocked by Bowling Green. Number 19 for Bowling Green. Passes it down. And it is stolen by number 9 of Indiana. And it looks like a goal from, I can't quite see the number yet, for Indiana takes the 2-0 lead. A goal from Mr. Andrew Chambers. I believe that is his second on the night. As we face off here again, puck goes Bowling Green way. Indiana retrieves the puck. Trying to set something up. Number 14 breaks off. And it is blocked once again by Nikovic. Number 14 passes back around to number 9. Indiana retrieves the puck once again after 2 failed shots on goal.
Right now for Bowling Green, and then a new familiar one though, Paul McClure, the junior, going to be in for Indiana, as that one right in front, waiting for it in close. Ian Burke with the attempt, but not quite able to hold on to it.
We have 3 more substitution. 4, my bad, coming in for Indiana. Number 25 comes in for Bowling Green. And we have another face-off. Bowling Green just shoots it around. 14 passes. Oh, sorry. Turned into a scramble here. I can't quite see because we have some fans here tonight. Indiana trying to set something up here. Bowling Green's been doing pretty good tonight on the perimeter. Interior, they just need to figure some things out.
Well, right now they're really trying to go after it. 12:40 left in the first period. Indiana up 2-0. Able to get one near the waning moments of the Ryan Hoover penalty just earlier now, as we'll have 12:36 to go here and wait for it along now.
Number 8, number 24, and number 21 comes in for Indiana. As Bowling Green wins the faceoff. Bowling Green just can't quite seem to find offense here early. And that is covered up by Indiana's goalie, number 31.
Well, they've had a lot of issue with that so far, and really going to need to get back to it. But, I mean, you got McMullen going in early, and you're going to see him out there right now with Granica and taking it back. JT Webb out there with Bowden Stoller and Tanner Amos. You remember JT and Tanner played together in high school. So we'll see if this can pan out here, as we'll go right back along. 12:06 and counting left in the first period. 2-0 Indiana as we proceed. So now here you'll have it. A lot more to go and a lot more up ahead. So now they're going far side. Going to be a bit of a breakaway. The attempt to go in there for Burke. Going to be cut short, though, by Granica, as now Stoller's going to take it the other way, and here you'll have it. That one dumped right in, and then moving it back along behind the net. Going to try to get the pass out, and then in front. Updike going to miss that one, though, just barely. Going to force Patton on a bit of a back check, and then going right along. The pass out in front, attempted by Brady Ford, and then tried through it again. So now 11:32 and counting left in the period. So now taking it right back along. The Indiana defense going to be on the stick now of Zach. Going to go right out and wait for it a bit more. And then right at the wing is going to be Chambers. Chasing it right back in now. He's with Updike. He's with Gobble. And out for Granica. So now we'll take it right back and through. And then go again. So now right out in front. Waiting for something along here. On the stick of Bentley. Going to try to pass in front. Intercepted in the attempt. Going to be tried for by Jake Rock as we will have a whistle there.
As you see, Mac is just trying to set up a shot off a deflected pass here. Face off here again tonight. Bowling Green wins the face off.
Now we'll wait for it again. 10:53 left in the first period and trying for it. And then that one, pass right out in front, intercepted by Bentley, loses his stick, but is able to get a shove there on the number 20 of Jake Rock. And definitely needed that one there. So now we'll take it right back and along. Puck right out, back to Schultz now again, going to try to get it out and through, and then behind the line and taken through again. So now here you go, 10:30 and counting left, right in front, the attempt, and down on his feet, Norkovicius though, to stand tall.
There's Norkovicius once again. He's been doing, I think that's 4 tonight, that he's blocked. As we come here with substitutions for Indiana, 13, 14, 7, and 3. Face off on my left side.
Well, now we'll take it back and through, and another clear up there by Norkovicius. And he's going to have it through as we're trying to get this resolved here behind the scenes, but nonetheless, waiting for something a little bit more and through. So now 9:50 and counting left in the first period, taking it back and away. Going to be picked up there by Conway and tries to get it through out to Hoover, the intended target, but will be intercepted by McClure. So now right in front, going to go back to the defense, going to be Pizzuto with the puck, gets it right and across. Now with it, going to try is McClure, who will end up dumping that puck in and then taking it back and away. Gaeta going to be having the puck now in the corner, going to be chasing right after it. And so we'll see what his decisions are and what he can do from here. So opportunities ahead, and
27 brings it back.
well, just chasing it back and through and waiting along, but now here they'll go, and that one wide out to the left, the attempt to be made by Trowbridge. So then right out to the corner and tried right in front. McMullen to pick that one up and going to be waiting for it a little bit longer. And so now here you'll go. Back to Granica now, waiting for it. And then out to Kleinow. Kiesel going to be chasing after that puck as well, waiting through. 8:31 and counting left. Indiana up 2-0. And so that one going right and through. Going to be a cross right pass. Trowbridge going to have it and then intercepted. Kleinow to try to clear it. Goes back to Zach. The shot on Norkovicius to be stopped.
Norkovicius once again. I think that is 5, I believe, tonight. We have a whole lot of substitutions here tonight. As you can see, 24, 21, and it seems 8 for Indiana all coming in here for this new faceoff.
Really needing to take advantage of it now as they will have Ford on the draw. And then Norkovicius to stop that. And Bentley going to get into a conversation now with Vasselberg.
Norkovicius has just been the key player here tonight so far for Bowling Green with 6 blocks. Sorry, I was trying to see who's coming in for Indiana.
Well, now here you'll have it. That one to go out and high. Going to be the shot right off to Norkovicius. And then taken to the other way. Stoller now with the puck. Gets that one out and through. And then gets it across to Grimes. The pass going to keep it moving along and then goes out to RFJ. And then goes as well to Bentley. And then the shot off the glove of Norkovicius. Indiana to try to knock that one in. But not quite going to be. And so now here you'll have it.
As we get ready for the face-off.
Now we'll proceed getting it back along.
Number 17. Moving it back around number 19. A pass attempt intercepted by number 9. A
And
shot
into Norkovicius. And we'll keep it moving along right now. 7:29 left in the first period. Over to Indiana. Going to be waiting for it. And so now here's the try and here's the go for it. Just needing to get it through and along. Going to have it Ridenour now in the corner, waiting it back along. So there goes out to Mark. Going to be right on the other side over to Higgins. Out there with Gobble. Then back to Granica again. And the shot on going to be wide to the left. As we will keep it along here. 6:57 and counting left in the first period. As we'll take this one back along. Waiting it through and again. Anything possible. So now here you'll have it. Indiana to take it the other way. Going to go back to the defense. And now to be trying for it. Going to be the number 23 of Carter Grimes. Then goes right out. Going to be waved off, however, due to the penalty kill. Currently in the box is the number 8 of Ian Burke with 48 seconds left in this penalty. Well, taking it the other way now. Schultz going to be pinching a little bit. Going to be trying to go right out and through. Updike now going to have the puck in our far side. Waiting for it and back in again.
27 scrambles for it.
Well, now here we go. And going to be taking it back on the long. They're just waiting for something along here. They really need to get it. And so now 5:56 and counting left in the period. Going to be waiting for something, anything they can get, any chance really that they need to get from here. So now we'll take it going along. 5:45 and counting left in the period. Kiesel now is get this one rolling and now take it back. Into the 3 struggle, going for it, and a trip right there on Hoover. And the ref will notice that as we have Burke going the other way. Going to be trying for it past Schultz, and no. Play broken up as will Bowling Green gain possession of it, and we will have a stoppage of play. 5:22 left. Hoover going to be going in for a trip.
Jake Rock for Indiana comes in, along with Andrew Chambers. As we get ready for this new face-off here. Ref is signaling. Chambers gets ready for face-off for Indiana.
And here we'll take it, going back and along. Just waiting for it, really needing to get the chance on, and now takes it back the other way. 5:10 and counting left in the period. Going to be trying for it, and then backing along. And here you'll have it. Waiting through is Luke Slavin, has it in the corner. Bowling Green forced into a box. Trying for it now. 4:58 and counting left in the period. 1:36 left in the Hoover penalty.
Chambers once again, but there's Nukovic.
Norkovicius will be there and will stand tall. And there you'll have it.
As we have 4 minutes and 51 seconds here remaining in the first period, we face off again. Andrew Chambers passes it to Slavin.
Now waiting for it. Going back and away. Trying for it is Burke. Then takes it back. And so now behind the net. Will he go back out to Burke or will it be in the defense? Going to be trying for something as Burke will end up having it. 4:30 and counting left in the period. Right in front. Back to Burke though from the deflection is the result. And now just taking it back and through. 4:20 and counting left. Going to be trying for it back up to the defense. Going to be waiting for it along here. Burke the shot to try for it and not quite. Going to go right out to the other Burke with 4:12 and counting left in with a 2-0 Indiana lead. Hoover has 45 minutes left in his tripping penalty. Or 45 seconds, excuse me. But now here we'll go right back through again. So now 3:58 and counting. Going to be taking it. Indiana on the breakout now. Going to be trying for it. And there you will have it. And so now this one goes 3:48 and counting left so far. Now taking it back and through. They're going to be trying for it. The shot attempt to be made by Rosenberg going in and across. And that one in front, a bit of a scruffle for it. Does Norkovicius have it? And he does. And that will be the end of that.
Way to see the puck through that scramble there by Norkovicius.
Well, wait for him to see that indeed. So now we'll just try to get this going back and along here. And we'll be waiting through and again now. They're going to be trying through again. So we'll have another whistle. 3:31 and counting left, waiting through. So 3:31, Indiana up 2-0. 9 seconds left in the Hoover penalty. We'll take it through and along here.
Schmidt gets it off the faceoff.
And that will be the case. So now 3:22 and counting left. Right in front, the attempt's going to be made. Norkovicius down after the shot from Rosenberg. Is it behind him or has he got it? Whistle blown. 3:14 left in the first period.
Some confusion from Bowling Green there.
Well, eventually it was found. And eventually will be tested. So now here you'll have it. And waiting it back the other way to see what will be the result. Now into the far corner, going to be Rosenberg for the draw for Indiana going against J.T. Webb. Won by the Hoosiers and then taken back and through. Mears to dump it in on the defense. So there you'll have it.
Rosenberg set something up.
Well, and we'll take it away from here. 2:52 and counting left. And so now here you'll have it. 2-0 still for Indiana. Going to be a clear there for J.T. Webb as we try to take that going along. 2-0 Indiana now with 2:40 left in the first period. As we take this one back and along. So now here we're going to be getting it back and along. So now here you'll have it. Waiting it back and through.
Nolan Moore scrambles
Well,
for the
and
puck.
then tries for it and gets it back and through. And we'll get this one back and away.
Jack Trowbridge with the faceoff.
And there you will have it. So just waiting a little bit more in the back and along. And we have knock-knock playing. 1:35 left in the first period. 2-0 for the Hoosiers. Will be the result as now. Here and back and along again. Here we go. Going to be chasing it for 1:19 and counting left in the period. Make that 1:10. So now here we go and back and along, and now you'll have it. And so now that hopefully will get us set now. Waiting through it, and again, 58 seconds and counting left, and here you'll go. Just got to get it back and along. So now waiting through. I'm going to find something. As this one will take it back and along again. Play trying to develop for Indiana. They got 43 seconds left to try to knock this one up a little bit more.
Looks like a failed pass there to Volskamp.
And put it more into their favor, the ideal situation here. That would be needed. And so now taking it back and along, waiting through it again. Going to go right in front and trying for it. 14 seconds and counting left. And we'll wait through it again here. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Going to be in front. Norkovicius, a bit of a shove right on it. Burke with a bit of a slash too, and Hoover not going to be too happy of that.
Looks like Norkovicius was just trying to cover the puck up there, but it kept him getting loose to his left-hand side.
Well, and now there you'll have it, and that will be the end of the period, folks. So we're going to be right back in just a moment. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Thank you for being patient with us. Hopefully you are enjoying your Friday night / Saturday morning. So we will proceed from there and see you in a little bit. Don't go anywhere. This is BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube. welcome back everybody to the Slater Family Ice Arena. Going to talk about some things here that we saw and a little bit of just, observations in terms of what was going on, and, just gave up 2 goals in the first period. Not the most, but also not the least that we've seen so far from this Bowling Green team in the 25-26 campaign.
Yeah, the big takeaway for Bowling Green is, of course, finding an offense. There was some puck struggles here on Indiana's side, but the big thing to take away is you have Nork DeVicious there taking away some key plays for Bowling Green. Been probably the star player so far in this first period for Bowling Green. But talking about the Indiana side, number 9, Andrew Chambers, has been playing lights out pretty good so far, with having the 2 goals of this first period. Just setting things up alongside Luke Sliven, has been a pretty good passer here early on, along with Jack Trowbridge, winning some pretty meaningful face-offs here in the first period.
Well, let's take a look back and circle a little bit too for Andrew Chambers, playing his 13th game so far, so has suited up every time for the Indiana Hoosiers. I mean, in his career, he's played over 118 games. He's got 37 goals, and he's been able to back it up. I mean, he's got the momentum going, and he's been a leadership role so far for Indiana tonight. Whether or not that can continue, we'll just have to see from there. But Bowling Green only down by 2 right now. You thought maybe it'd be more or less. You never really knew what the day would have in store for you, but beyond that, it's kind of the situation you're in. I mean, Hoover to get a penalty earlier. We saw that. We saw the tripping. We saw him actually take 2 in this period, believe it or not. So a little bit more of the Hoover penalty show. But, yeah, like you said, Mitch Norkovich is playing so far out of his mind. I mean, in his 28th game with the Orange and Brown, good to see him step up, and good to see him as well just try to get the momentum going. And really, goaltending is the last line of defense, and who better to have than Norkovich's?
Speaking about another goalie, we look over towards the Indiana side. Nate Gutzman, even though he has not seen a lot of pucks fly towards his way, Gutzman has made some pretty nice passes here early, saving from icing earlier, and just setting up their offense so they can actually look pretty well-rounded there in the front line. Setting up some pretty good opportunities also for Indiana is, of course, Grant Volsling saw earlier just, I want to say, the final 5 minutes there in the first period. He's done a pretty good job at setting up opportunities for the Indiana front line there.
Well, Grant making his 6th appearance of the season so far for the Hoosiers. Good to see him out there on forward. But we've seen a lot of Ryan and Ian Burke as well. Same last name, spelled a little bit differently, though, for Indiana. But, I mean, beyond them, you look at your starting line, who you wanted to have out there. You wanted to have Gutzman. And then for the defense, you wanted to have Grimes, and you also wanted to have Mears. So that's who you had. And then you also taking it back a little bit more. You're going to start Schmidt, Rosenberg, and then also Bauermeister. And those guys have been stepping up as well, because you start with them out there, and then you take it back along. So far, it's been really the day of the starters, but also getting it back to the second and to the lines just like that. And, I mean, especially with a team like Indiana, who only has 2 seniors, a grad student, and 5 juniors. They are a heavy sophomore team here with 12 in the lineup tonight. So it's good to see them as well try to go out there, as opposed to, a team like Bowling Green, who may or may not have as much, depth kind of on the older side, with Hoover and Rudo being the only quote-unquote seniors on this team.
Yeah, it's definitely been interesting to see how some of the younger classmen have stepped up for Bowling Green alongside Indiana, with Indiana's primary stars here tonight, if you would like to call them that, have been freshmen and sophomores. You look at Jack Toridge, Nolan Moore, Grant Volsigang, all freshmen here. 5'10", 6'1". They're carrying some decent height here as underclassmen.
Well, it's great to see that as well. And the show will continue to go on. Around 1:23 left till we begin the second period. And we will go right back and along through here. But, quite a day. And overall, if you're looking at Bowling Green right now, what's the number one thing you want to see to try to get this game back to 2 apiece?
Biggest thing is having a sense of offense, setting some things up. you're winning those face-offs pretty easily here, especially I think they won more than 60% of their face-offs here to start the first period. But the thing is setting things up offensively for the Bowling Green Falcons.
Well, and just like that, I would agree. Offense is going to have to be a heavy key point tonight. We've had some offense, but it could be used a little bit more, and it's really going to have to see that in terms of where you can go and what's going to happen. I mean, everybody's anticipating this right now. You know, Indiana is a team that you were looking forward to and a team that you knew was going to carry a little weight to their name. I mean, they got double the points at Bowling Green, even though it's just 5th and 6th in the conference overall in the T, so it's going to be see that as well. But currently, let's take a look as well at the standings. Currently in the TSCHL, as the Ohio Bobcats lead the conference with 7 wins. They have 22 points. Miami also has 7 wins, but they have 21. Miami is 7-0-2-0. Ohio is 7-0-2-1. So Ohio State as well. The Buckeyes going to be 6-0-1-1. 2 of those wins coming against Bowling Green. They have 19. And the University of Michigan right below them with 5 wins, 2 of those against the Falcons. 5-0-2-0 is their record. Indiana 4-0-0-0 with 12 points. Bowling Green is 2-0-8-0 with Dayton 0-2-3-0 with 4 points. And then both Denison and Louisville have yet to crack the points here so far in the 25-26 campaign.
Yeah, you see a strong start for the 25-26 campaign for those top teams, just coming swinging right off the gate. Most of them going undefeated in their first 5 games. Well, at least some of them, I should say. But some of the teams you recognize here near the bottom of the standings are filled with freshmen and sophomores. A lot of underclassmen just trying to hold their own. May not be the biggest teams, but they've learned and gradually made an impact on the conference, and it'll be definitely interesting to see towards the future see how many of these underclassmen stick around. Maybe, who knows, in 2-3 years from now, these small teams near the bottom of the conference might be leading it.
Well, we'll see what can happen here. Bowling Green on the uprise. Going to be trying for it back along here, so let's take a bit of a switch here on the sides. Nothing will switch, though, between the lines. Seth Gobble going to be going against Ben Rosenberg here to start our second period, so we're going to be right back off for it again. Indiana to have a 2-0 lead as Granica's going to take that right on to Schmidt. 17-on-17 action behind the net as we take this one back and through. And there you'll have it, whistle blown. Looks like we'll have another delayed penalty on the Falcons, a hooking call.
Yeah, a delayed hooking call on the Falcons here. I can't quite see who it was exactly on, but with 19 minutes and 45 seconds, it was not the start you needed for the Falcons coming out here in the second period. We have, it looks like Andrew Chambers lining up for the faceoff for Indiana. Can't quite see who's.
Well, we'll take it along here, and Gobble going to be right back on it again, but a great start for the Falcons as we will have a penalty. Going to be McMullen, who will be ruled on a hooking, a minute 50 for his penalty as we're right behind and now taking it back and through again as we will proceed and roll along for where we were, and then taking it back and away the other direction for Indiana. Going to get a blind pass, though. Going to force them to retreat. Looks like it'll be picked up by Isaiah Byram, who will have it on the far side now. Going to be taking it back and along. 19-14 and counting left in the period, as now here we'll have it and going to be taking it through again. So now here we'll go. Going to be Gobble. Going to be trying for it as well. Seth has it behind the net, going to be chasing around with Chambers. Now taking it the other way for Indiana, going to be trying for something as the deke to Gobble takes it right back and across. Burke now to have the puck. Going to be trying for something along here and gets the momentum going, as now that one going to be right across. Burke going to look for a shot, fake a little bit, go over to the defense. They're going to be trying for it along here. Byram had it, chose to pass into the corner, goes right back to Burke again, and then taking it through and a little bit more, going to be wide and across, and taking it through again. So now we're going the other direction, going to be wading through it along here, as Indiana will now have it in the neutral zone and then forced into the defensive territory, so we'll take it through and along as well. 34 seconds left in the McMullen penalty, as now here you'll have it, so this one going to be waiting, but across ice, Burke with the goal.
A nice play by Burke there. Just an easy, quick setup from Indiana. See, it looked like Andrew Chambers just a pass right towards him on the right side.
Well, Ian Burke there going to notch this one up just a couple minutes in. Going to be another power play goal for Indiana, but let's take a look at that now. Ian Burke going to be having his 6th goal of the season in the 9th game he's played as we take this one back. 3-0 now for the Hoosiers. So they're moving it along into the far side. Going to be waiting for something along there, taking it back and through. Cross-ice pass now. Gaeta going to get that one to Kiesel. Right on his stick, able to try to clear that one into the zone. And there you will have it. So now 17:48 and counting left in the period as we will proceed along there. McClure going to be fighting for it. A little bit of insurance going to be in for Bauermeister with Indiana as they're waiting through and along. 17:37 and counting left as this one goes right back into the corner now. Bauermeister going to have the puck and then takes that one right back through to Rosenberg. Right at center ice now. McMullen going to get that one away to Kiesel. Going to be trying for it again. A bit of a battle though as well for Caleb as he's taken that one along with 17:20 left. And then McLaughlin gets that one past Conway. So McMullen will be there to help him on the recovery. 17:12 and counting left. So Kleinau gets that one back to Conway, waiting for something along there. Passed out to the neutral zone. Tyler Milrad will have the puck and gets that one in, forcing Bowling Green deep in defensive territory. McMullen to Conway behind the net. Kleinau there as well as they'll start the breakout. Jack the target. Filer Johnson then as well, another one as he'll have to cough that one out to center. Grimes going to dump that one back right in with 16:46 to go, and then taking it back and through. We'll see a little bit more now. Carter Grimes going to look for the puck and then takes that one back through and again to Mears. Mears intercepted though by Tanner Amos, and then that's going to force Grimes to force back. And taking it along here is that one across. Kept in the zone by McMullen. He's got some daylight across. No one there on the far side. Granica gets in though. Avoids the offside call. As this one now taken right back for Carter Grimes. Going to get that one across and through. And then taking it back and away. Granica picks that one up. Tries to get it through to Amos. Misses though. Now we have 16:11 and counting left in the play. And this one takes it through. Going to be back to Ted Schulze, who will now have the puck. Gets it across. JT Webb is target. Able to dump that one in. A bit of a deflection as well off Ray Mears. Gets this one back and away. Filer Johnson on the attack. Going to be trying for it as well. JT Webb going to be moving it along, and then just the pass will be dumped in off the eventual change by the number 26 and Nolan Moore, the freshman. But now here we go the other way. Schulze going to be fighting right after it with Slavin. Kept in the zone though by Luke. So now here it goes. Updike loses possession of it. John Zach will pick it up. Goes to the left side. And then tries to go a little bit longer as we'll take this one along here, and then gets tripped up though. This looks like Ted's behind the ice, and we're going to have a delayed penalty on Schulze for the tripping. He's having an issue getting up, and play will be stopped after a quote-unquote field goal after the Byram shot was deflected.
As the Byron shot's deflected, it looked like he was trying to make a PAT for Eddie George's Falcons out there. It looked like very delayed penalty. As you can see here, it looks like number 14, Ben Rossenberger, is going to go on the faceoff for Indiana.
Well, things will get changed again. Another tripping penalty here. We saw the Hoover one, and now we'll see one from Schulze. Gets it right back. 15-14 and counting left. Here we go in the third period. Going to be trying for it. 2 right on 1. As Conway now going to be fighting for it behind the net. Loses possession of it, though, again. Hard to recover on a 2-on-1 as now we're on the 4-on-4. A bit of a box formation, trying for it again here. Indiana looks, they're going to move the puck right into the zone, taking it along. Burke going to fake it, just go back a little bit to McClure, who now has the puck. Gobble forced right on him. Burke right up at the defense, now going to have possession. Waiting a little bit longer, gets past Gobble, and then we'll find it again on a pass. So now waiting back and along, and then tries to get it on Norkovicius, yet the puck will be saved as now this one knocked away. Indiana waiting for it a little bit now. McClure gets that one into the corner for Grimes. Grimes now with it, tries, and then Conway going to get a clear, and a desperate one needed on the penalty kill. We'll take this one back. Less than a minute to go in the Schulze penalty, so we'll wait for a little bit more action along here. And takes it back and away again. So now here you'll go. Rosenberg on the far side looking for something. Still keeps it in possession in front, and the puck will just go through the feet of Ryan Burke as the attempt will fall just a little bit short. We're going the far way. No icing due to the penalty kill. 35 seconds left in the Ted Schultz tripping penalty, as here we'll go the other direction. Higgins going to be forced on a back check a little bit along here, but will be able to force out Jack Rock over to the far side. And so now here you'll go. Rudo going to be pinching up a little bit. McMullen to regain possession. Gets it to Higgins as now that's one in front. Mark Rudo going to be chasing on the forecheck heavy here. Going to be trying for something. 10 seconds to go in the Schultz penalty as we'll wait this one along here. But a bit of a rush as well for Andrew Chambers. Going to be trying to get the rush along, and then that one goes out to McMullen. Bit of a clear zone. Schultz on the far side kind of doing a little bit of a cherry pick. He'll change though eventually, and here comes Hoover. Still out there though, the Indiana defense, but we're going to have McMullen on a bit of a rush here. He's got Hoover, going to be chasing after it, and then here you'll go. Puck lost and coughed up. Indiana now has possession of it. On the far side is Byram, but loses it right back again out to Hoover. Going to be trying for it a little bit and again. So now waiting and back along. Anything possible here, so we'll just have to keep the wait to go. 12:43 and counting left in the period. That one cleared out though, and it's going to be forcing Schultz to chase, and a bit of a heavy forecheck going to be on it. Will be Jack Trowbridge. As now we try a little bit longer. Hoover now with the puck, gets the pass out to Stoller. The shot, going to get the Indiana defenseman to lose a stick. That will be the number 13 of Paul McClure. He'll be forced out of position to pick it up. Hoover behind the net. Going to get tripped up just a little bit, and yeah, going to be a delayed penalty. No wasting on that. So a bit of an alternate scenario there. Hoover going to be the one that's tripped, not the one that's tripping.
Yeah, a complete reverse, I should say there. After Nolan Moore's pass is picked off by Bowling Green, we have a tripping here on my left side near the Coca-Cola logo. As we see here, number 19, Garrett Budenmeiser for Indiana is coming out for the face-off.
Well, Paul McClure going to get a tripping penalty on that one, as Hoover was the one to be out there for the draw. But now here we go, and we will get right back for Falcon hockey here. Minute 50 now, just 10 seconds in as we are around 8 minutes into the second period. And this one goes right out onto Norkovicius in the pad. Now Kleinau going to just get that one right and back and along to Schultz. Going to be waiting for it a little bit more. Behind the net, Schultz has an option. He'll choose to go left. Trying to enhance the breakout and spread things out. Kleinau going to try to dump that one in, and here you'll have it. And so now Hoover has it behind the net, going to be waiting just a little bit more. Taking it back and through as well, back through it again. As Hoover now has the puck. Updike now going to be the one to have it again. Just waiting for it, waiting, and then back to Hoover to Kleinau now, and the opportunity. Updike with the one-timer. Attempt, but goes out. Uppy to have the puck again. Puck blocked by Grimes. A bit of a fight there in front of Gutzman, but this one will end up going out to Schultz. So now Schultz to Updike. Cross ice to Kleinau, the shot, and that one will be wide to the left. Just missed. As now Schultz will have it in the neutral zone. Gets that one across to Hoover. Ruled off, and they're going to say it's not off, and then another one-timer by Higgins. Hits the boards, goes right back in front, kind of like a Mark Johnson in 1980, except that one won't hit in the zone. So now 10:48 left, 33 seconds left in the McClure penalty as Hoover now has the puck. The shot just going to go wide to the right and waits for it along here. Rudo on the defense, gets that one out to Granica. Granica going to get the shot, deflection, and out in front for the rebound. Back to Rudo, the 1-T, and that one cleared. And that will conclude the offensive pressure for Bowling Green. 10 seconds to go now in the McClure penalty, as we will just take it right back on the far side. And gets it to Higgins. Higgins now to Gobble. Back to Rudo again, waiting through it, and the penalty will conclude for McClure. Back to even strength, as now Gobble will try to get that one out in front. Pass intercepted now by Rock for Indiana. That one getting out in front, and that one fumbled just a little bit. Waiting, looking for the pass, and that one missed just through the stick of Rock. But gets it right back and through. So now waiting will be Zach. The shot going to be from a weird angle and tried for it. but not going to be able to get it to work. So now McMullen will have the puck, taking it the other way and wading through it again, as that one will get back out and through. Going to be picked up by Zach behind the net. And then McMullen will have possession of it. McMullen to get tripped, and the hand will go up. And we'll have another penalty here for the Hoosiers.
We have another penalty here for the Hoosiers. It looks like number 4, John Zach, the sophomore. He is, fun fact, listed as 6'9" here on this roster.
And Zach going to be heading on out to the penalty box here. We will see him go. This will be his 19th penalty minute of the season. And there you have it. So we'll get right back and set here to where we were. Hoover to take the draw for Bowling Green. And we'll see Rosenberg take the draw for the Hoosiers. So Schultz gets that one out to Kleinow. On the far side, wading through it again. Back to Hoover behind the net, needing to get a pass on it. Isn't able to find anything. He's out there with Kiesel and Kleinow, but that one goes up to Schultz. Back to Kleinow again, right on the far side of where we were, but that one going to try to get cleared. Updike not able to get a hold of it. And so now we're heading the opposite direction, an opportunity to await, just waiting and waiting and waiting in front. And he's in the crease, and they'll rule it a good goal. So Rosenberg gets that one out as they stir the pot. Ian Burke going to get the eventual goal. It looked like he was in Norkovicius' crease, and I wonder if he'll contest that.
It looks like him and Burke and Slavin was fighting for it right there by Norkovich, but it looks like he just slides one in right behind the heel of Nukovic.
And now we'll get right back and set through it again and continue where we left off. A shorthanded goal for Indiana as they have 1:20 remaining in the John Zach penalty, as we're now in the defensive territory. Take that to the neutral zone. All the way down as Gobble is heavy on the forecheck. He's got Higgins to follow. Waiting through a little bit more. Gobble to be able to get the play going for Bowling Green as McMullen now has possession. Dumps that one out to Granica in a bit of a tough situation now. Here we go. And a save by Norkovicius. The attempt will be no good for Ryan Burke. So now here you'll have it. And going behind, 47 seconds and counting remain in the penalty, as we'll take this one along here. They're going to be trying for it as Higgins gets that one set. Chasing into the corner, a bit of a tie-up will be Higgins with the number 24, Brady Ford. So now here it goes. Rudo with an opportunity on net. Hoover as well trying for it, but a clear for Bowling Green. Going to force them deep. With around 20 seconds to go now in the Zach penalty, as we'll take this one along here. 7:50 and counting left in the second period. And here they'll go. Kleinow now with the puck. Able to get a move going and able to dump that one in. Here we'll go. We're going to have Kiesel going to be chasing after. McMullen staying high a little bit. And then Gata will get out there as well. So now here he goes, but the play will be intercepted and picked up by McClure. Going on the far side now and taking it back the other way will be Trowbridge. The shot wide to the left. Hoover picks it up. Gets that one out to Kleinow. A bit of a rush for the Falcons. Going to be taking it the other way to Kiesel. And a high shot will miss the net. But Conway going to try to get the shot. Just barely misses it. As Kiesel tried to get his rebound off the board. And then here it goes. Behind the net. Waiting for something along here. A bit of a rush now for the Hoosiers. Going to be chasing right after it. And here they'll go. But now moving the other direction. 6:58 and counting left. And that one, the pass just barely missed it through. Schmidt was the intended target into Norkovicius. And we'll have a stop there.
As you see, Schmidt was going off the attempted pass there. Just one-on-one with the goalie. Similar to the last goal for Indiana, right around his heel, but this time it is stopped. John Zach on the face-off.
There you'll have it. 6:52 and counting left so far in the period. Going to be chasing after it and just waiting for something. The momentum needs to be in your favor right now if you're Bowling Green, and now isn't quite the situation you want, especially since you are deep in your own territory. And we will continue where we picked right up, and then the shot going to be high and out. Going to be trying for it to Stoller. So now waiting for something along again. Amos now going to have the puck, and then taking it right behind and through will be Grimes. And then so back and going the other way. Here you'll have it. 6:30 and counting remain in the period, but now here we'll go moving it along the other way is Bauermeister behind the net trying for it, and then goes out to Bentley. Waiting for something here is Stoller, tries to get the pass out. Intercepted, though, by the number 16, Ray Mears. And so here they'll have it, and a bit of a pass going. Burke with an opportunity, and a break right on Norkovicius will be no good. Conway loses his stick in the ordeal. That one goes behind the net. Looking for the pass in front. Burke the target, and no. And Stoller getting a little heated there. Been known to lay the body. We saw that at Lake. We're seeing it again here. Conway now tries to get that one out. The defense for Indiana being superb, as this one will go right back and out. JT Webb now tries to clear it again. Just going to go right back and through now to Grimes, but will eventually find the neutral zone. Stoller going to get a change there, as that one will be dumped in. 4-0 Indiana still, as the play will not go their way, but now there you'll have it out in front, waiting for something and along here, going to try for it, and then just going right back and through into the corner will be Vassal Janag. Now here we go, 5:20, gets it back. And waiting for something along here into the corner. Far and out, gonna need it, and now it's Updike, gonna be trying through and back again, getting a little tied up though, and chasing after it with Milrod, but now here you'll have it. And then behind, 5 minutes remain in the second period, trying for something here. For Bowling Green, as now they'll have to be on a back check for Patton, Gobble, and Kiesel. As Indiana gets clear into the zone, chasing after it is Bentley. Then taken on the other side and waiting through. They're going to need something. Patton able to get a knock on it and get it out through. But loses possession, no offside called. Kiesel able to hold on just in time. And then we'll take it back and through. Kleinau there as well with 4:33, but now going to be McLaughlin tripped up, tries to gain possession and not quite, as Grant will now have the puck for the Hoosiers. Gets it back and through. McLaughlin the shot just wide to the right. And then taking it back the other way, and here we go for Ryan Burke behind. And then taking it along will be none other than Grant. So now here they'll go. Grant right back and through to Granica, as that one will be under, and now 4:09 remain in the second period. And going to be trying for it again here. McLaughlin going to have the puck and try and loses possession though out to Chambers, and now here we'll go the other way for Kiesel. Loses possession of it as well, and here you'll go for now McClure. He has possession of it. Puck knocked away by McMullen, so now waiting a little bit more, but we'll see what else can be capable of here, as we'll take this one away, trying for something down in the corner. Waiting for it as that one goes up to the Indiana defense. Pizzuto with a shot on net, that one out and to the right, and not quite able to work it through, as the attempt almost by Slavin. But right back and through, and another delayed penalty for Bowling Green, and another trip right in front. And that will be a whistle, folks.
As you see, Andrew Chambers got tripped up there from the pass from Slavin. They were just fighting for that puck there. It looks like we're gonna have some substitutions for Indiana and Bowling Green, with Ryan Burke going in. It looks like Chambers will get the face-off call.
Well, Austin McMullen, the sophomore, will head to the box for 2 minutes after the ruling, and now here we'll go. Pick it right back up. Higgins was there to take the draw, so 2 Buffalo boys involved. But now here you'll go right back through it again. Rock with the puck now, moving it back along, drops it down. Over on the far side, looks like that's Burke there with it. Looking for something. Conway was right on him as well. Not many options he had. And so taking it right back along is Chambers. Then into the corner again will be Rock. Really using it along. Minute 30 left in the McMullen penalty. Looking for it up high. Chambers now with the puck, chasing right after it. And try to get it in front. No coverage on Norkovicius, but the puck will just go out to the far side, and that will be the result. But now Chambers with the shot creeps in, and then not quite. So Rudo will stick it, and that one going to be cleared. Chasing it right back along now is Higgins, taking the puck now and moving it along with Byram, as he'll have the puck behind, and then going to be a breakout for Indiana. Only 4 on the ice for the team in white of Bowling Green. Less than a minute now in the McMullen penalty. waiting for something a little bit more here. This one out in front. Chasing it back and through again. Goes right back out, though. Going to be shot and attempted by Byram, but not quite. As we'll wait for it here, and a high clear for Higgins will take us the other direction. So now a 2-minute warning here for the second period. 36 seconds in the McMullen penalty, and here we go. Breakout by Indiana, going to be led by Carter Grimes, and then gets a far pass out to Rosenberg, and an offside call.
And the offsides call in Indiana, number 14, Rosenberg. As you see here, it's just a simple offsides. I don't know where Indiana got confused, but.
Well, just got a little ahead of themselves. That tends to happen at times. 20 seconds remain in the McMullen penalty, 1:44 in the period. But here we go, backing out. Chasing back. So it looks like a capability here, what can happen through. And we'll take it the other way, just waiting, and an Indiana opportunity will not fall through fruition. But now McLaughlin has an opportunity, going to go with it. Kiesel stuck at the line. McLaughlin, the shot goes high and deflected. This goes right almost off the shoulder and then out into the stands. A save made by Nate Gutzman.
Yeah, McLaughlin off the shot directed right towards the center of his helmet of Gutzman. Just flung up in the air like a PAT kick. As you see here for the face-off, number 20.
And taking it back and through again. We'll have another stop just like that. And we'll have 49 seconds left. Indiana up by 4 still. And Kleinau going to be taking the draw now with Trowbridge. Right back through it, and just like that, in a game where there have not been many whistles, we're going to get 3 just like that.
3 just like that, and in similar fashion, too. First there, the missed goal, and then there just flinging it right at the ceiling. It literally hit the roof of the Slater Ice Arena.
Well, Kleinau there trying to raise the roof here on a Friday night / Saturday morning, but here now you'll have it. Kleinau now back with the puck. Takes it back the other way, waiting for something along here. Getting past the Indiana defense, right off Gutzman though, as if nothing happened. We'll lose possession of it now, and here you'll go for Milrod. And then behind the net and taking it back and away, but kept in, and no! And that's going to be a bit of a McLaughlin situation there that we see, a bit of a more feisty side to Ronan. I mean, if you look at him, and got an ejection earlier this year, but Ronan going to get into it, trying to go even after the whistle, and was due to a very debatable call whether McMullen was offside or not.
You see, Gutzman was talking to Ronan there. Just was getting a little chippy here at the end.
Well, and it looks like there will be I will presume a penalty on Bowling Green, as McLaughlin's talking with the referees, and they moved it to the Bowling Green defensive territory, which is never a good sign. The Jumbotron says 2 minutes for Ronan McLaughlin, number 24. Captain Mark Rudo going to go out there and discuss things, but what do you see here for Bowling Green, what they need to do in the final 20 seconds here, Blake?
Once again, it goes all the way back to the start. Established offense. They've been doing it better here in the second period with actually being able to set up some breakaways. Right now with McLaughlin going to the penalty box, earlier setting up probably one of the best shots or attempted shots of the game for Bowling Green.
Well, and one of the more controversial calls of the game as well, whether or not there was a legitimate offside there or not, but we'll be right back as if nothing happened. 4 out again for Bowling Green. McMullen getting regained possession with Granica and then loses it just behind for Brady Ford. Trying and out in front, tipped by Granica though on Norka Vicious. 4 seconds remain, just like that. Going to be a tough turn of events here if you're the Falcons. Just need to try to stay calm and not let anything drastic happen in these final few winding seconds. Draw taken back to the defense for Indiana. The shot in front. Burke, the deflection. backing away. The original shot by Paul McClure. Almost saw a deflection in on that one from Burke, but not quite. So that will conclude the second period. So we're going to reset things for the third, and we will be right back in just a moment. So don't go anywhere. Thank you so much for joining us on a beautiful Saturday morning here at the Slater Family Ice Arena. This is BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube.
we go. Watch your foot there. There we go.
Yeah. And welcome back, everybody, to the second intermission here at the Slate on a Saturday morning, if you will. A midnight game resulted in this, but Bowling Green down 4-0 as we head into the third period. Ronan McLaughlin serving a 2-minute minor. He's got 1:39 remaining in his penalty when we come back. I'm Dan Ridenour, joined alongside Blake Schultz. Great to have you here tonight in the booth.
Yeah, it's great to have you too. What can I say about this second period in general? There is a big bright side as I'm seeing more concern for the offense coming in for Bowling Green. Finally putting some things together near the end there. But sadly enough, the big thing, as you can see, even the one that's probably had the best shot of the game so far from Bowling Green is in the penalty box, along with many other penalties that have occurred in Bowling Green tonight, going into the game with a penalty kill percentage of 76.8%. Hopefully that gets turned around here in this final go-around for Bowling Green, figure some things out, and actually have a smooth offense going throughout, limit some turnovers, limit some penalties, just finish the game strong is probably the big thing for Bowling Green right now.
Well, we'll see where this can take us as well, and I mean, it's not going to be interesting, but it's going to be, or it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be interesting to see how Bowling Green can come back from this. I mean, we have seen, in hockey where you can come back from a 4-goal deficit, and really, it's going to be a matter of time. I mean, Bowling Green was due for another one, and they're going to really need to buckle down here because you might not get it tomorrow against Indiana for the SCHL rules, so we'll see if that can happen or not. But let's take a look around the T right now. Ohio and Denver, that game is finished. The Bobcats will secure a 5-0 victory. Ohio State and Denison going to be playing as well. The Buckeyes to take a 17-1 victory. And then finally, the University of Michigan will defeat the University of Dayton 6-5. So that's what we have around the T as well. But overall, a rough night to be a Falcon and really needing to try to buckle down because next week you'll have a home and home and you'll split with Indiana Tech.
Yeah, tough week to be a Falcon right now. But we need to keep our heads strong. This is a very young team. Sorry, our heads up, I'm sorry. But as you can see here, once I mentioned on before, we're finally getting some pieces of offense flowing throughout, especially near the end of the second period. I think if Bowling can finish strong here, maybe get a little bit of momentum heading to Indiana Tech. There in Fort Wayne. Indiana Tech has primarily been a strong team last year. I have no clue what they're looking like this year. But at least if we can get some momentum going, keep our heads up and finish strong, especially throughout this game. Who knows? Especially splitting that with a home and away, maybe having a chance at picking up a home win for the Bowling Green next week.
Well, we'll see where it can take it. I mean, this Indiana squad since 2021-2022 has only lost 39 games, have won 118 of those. So really interesting to see as well what that kind of means. And I mean, what I think it means personally is this team is a very strong team. And this isn't the worst game Bowling Green has played all season, but it isn't the best either, if that kind of makes sense. I mean, they've had fumbles against OU. They've had fumbles against Miami. Those were rough weekends in themselves. They kept it somewhat close with Ohio State to start out the season with a 2-0 loss, and then you take it back and, you lose 6 with that, and then you get Michigan going, and those didn't go your way either, so you're just not having a lot of luck. I mean, you get the high with Louisville getting 2 wins down there on a great road trip, but beyond that, they really need to start getting back into it and getting the momentum going, if I do say so myself, Blake.
Yeah, but there's, once again, some takeaways we can take from this, especially being a younger class. I'm probably going to come on it about 1,000 times with this team being majority freshmen and sophomores. But if they can take away those tough losses, those tough turnovers, those tough penalty kills, maybe we can get some sense and some knowledge and learn from it growing into the future here for Bowling Green.
Well, and you take a look at the rest of the schedule. I mean, you have Indiana Tech, you have Dayton, and then you're off to Denver, but there's a big break after next week. I mean, you don't play again until December 5th, and then after that, you're getting a whole month off, and then January 16th, you're off to Denver, Colorado, and then you come back here, and you're not going to be back again until from November 14th. You will not be back at the Slater till January 24th, so quite a gap and quite unfortunate indeed, but at least you'll get Denison and Michigan State as well here. But now is the time, if I do say so myself. We're going to get it right back and rolling. Norcovicius still in the crease, and so is none other than Nate Gutzman right now, looking for something here. A .875 save percentage so far, as we will proceed and get it right back and to roll along. Looks like we're going to have the line that we've seen of Granica, McMullen, Updike, Gobble, and Granica out there, and then the original 5 that we saw earlier for Indiana, as the draw will be taken and won by Andrew Chambers, and we are back where we left off for the third period of play. Off the referee's skate, has not moved anywhere ever since the draw, and it will cost the Hoosiers. Now they're forced into defensive territory, going to take it right back and again here. And so now here you'll have it. Looking back and along, and now 19:38 and counting left. 1:16 in the McLaughlin penalty, so now here you'll go, and then waiting it back across. Gobble able to get a good play there on Andrew Chambers. Chambers still with the puck. Gets it into the skate, though, trying for it to rock, and then here he'll take it back the other way, and then moving it back along. So now Chambers with the puck again, waiting for something. Down below, and then knocked right into the corner is McMullen, chasing right after it, and then that one goes out to Updike. So that one to be cleared as well due to the penalty kill. A good opportunity for the Falcons to take advantage of that one, and really needed that as well. So Indiana going to be waiting it through and taking it back the other way, as Slavin now has the puck. A bit of a Statue of Liberty play here on Norcovicius. The save made, though. Conway to pick it up. Head barely makes contact with the boards, kind of tripped as the hit was attempted. 24 seconds left for number 24 in the box. And so now here we'll take it. Moving it back along. Right on the skate and in front, and that looks like it'll be off a skate, but no. There you go. Carter Grimes in front. The goal scored by the number 24 of Brady Ford.
Yeah, Brady Ford just sees that gap there, almost like an A gap in football, just finding some separation and breaking away, distracting Mitch there to slide one in for the 5th goal for the Indiana Hoosiers.
Well, and we take it back from there. Going to be an unfortunate turn of events. And speaking of 5th goal, that will be his 5th of the season, as we take it back and along and takes it right back in the corner. Trying for something, and again here. Waiting back and through. Conway gets that one back out. Filer Johnson as well, chasing the puck out. And so Conway going to try to keep this one in and wait for it. And so there it goes out. Back to Conway again. The shot blocked. Stoller going to have the puck now and chasing through. Gets the clear into the zone, going to force a bit of a retreat and then back in. And now here we'll have Mears with the puck, able to get a pass out over to Bentley now, chasing after it and through. And then back to Schultz again. Been seeing that line a lot lately, as Bentley will get that over to Schultz. Puck right into the zone now. Kiesel going to be chasing right after it against the number 23 of Grimes. So now down low in the zone, waiting through, and again, 17:32 and counting left. Waiting for something. Breakout for Indiana. Going to get past Schultz and an opportunity to beat it, but right into Norcovicius. He'll make the stop there, and could have been disastrous.
Yeah, Mitch just covers up really fast before number 26, Nolan Moore, is able to scoop that up. As you can see here, number 24, Brady Ford for the faceoff for the Indiana Hoosiers. Maybe
the man who just got a goal for the Indiana, but now takes it back and along. Waiting for something here. Milrad going to get that one down low and chasing back after it. Bentley to pick up a stick and trying to clear this one out. And get a hold of it, and now McLaughlin going to have possession. Gets it past Kiesel on the play, and then over to Schultz. So now they'll have it again, over to Bentley. Gonna try for something, pass intercepted though by Grant. Gonna try through it again. Schultz back out, has the puck, waiting for something, caught in the ref skate again. Saw that earlier at the beginning of the period, and then takes it back and through. Milrad now with the puck. Pass right over to Pizzuto. Pizzuto back to Milrad again. 16:42 remaining in the third period. As no icing called, into the glove of Norkovicius, and play will stop.
Yeah, no icing called there from Pizzuto. It looked like, to me, unless somebody touched it, that would have been icing there. But Mitch just covers it up. Looks like a clean call. And we have another face-off here with Andrew Chambers leading the front for Indiana.
Well, Chambers to take the draw, and we'll be right back and where we left off. So now here it goes. Back to Gobble for Updike. Going to be chasing right back and through. Loses possession. Gobble picks it up. The shot off the blocker of Gutzman. But now here we go. A bit of an odd man rush the other way. Ian Burke now has it on a 1-on-2. Looking for something. Pack McMullen, and that one in. And a goal scored for Indiana.
Yeah, sort of like a ricochet there for Indiana. I would probably say that's their luckiest goal of the night. But that is a one to get the benches wild up here. Everyone's coming in for a high five. Everyone's pumping sticks here. Some energy here for Indiana.
Well, John Zach, the sophomore out of Zionsville, Indiana. 9 games played, make this his 10th of the season in his first collegiate career goal. So now we'll make it 6-0 here. If 2 quick ones for the Hoosiers. And a rough one to process as Granica goes over to Patton, and then Patton to Gobble to get the play developing. Updike chasing back after there. Gutzman has it behind the net, taking it back and through. Updike gonna have it, looking for somewhere to go. And that will be Chambers behind the net, chasing through. And there you'll have it, the far pass, and that one will be an icing beat. Norkovicius has it, and then we'll lose it through. Updike now, waiting for somewhere to go, and takes it back the other direction. 15:32 as we proceed. And Updike there getting a bit of possession on Chambers, trying to get a hold of him. The shot going to be high and out. The attempt right in front by Slavin will go high, and we'll have a stop.
Yeah, we have a stoppage play here after Slavin's attempt goes way high left here, right over Mitch's shoulder. We're going to have a couple substitutions here. Number 14, Ben Rosenberger for Indiana. Looks like he will be the one facing off for him, getting a pair of fresh legs here with 15 minutes left to go.
Well, Rosenberg to take the draw. Rudo now with the puck. Regained in Bowling Green's possession. Hoover now going to have it after, and so will Mark. Trying for something a little bit new, and again, Conway now with possession. Going to take it back and away. 15:06 and counting remain. Is there now, you'll have it, 15:02. But Hoover on the back check here, heavily trying for something. Burke to avoid an offside, and Rosenberg getting it in. Gaeta going to be chasing right after him. So Higgins there to help on support. Higgins to Hoover. Loses possession though, and that one kept in. Then trying to get it back and through. Back into the corner though is Bauermeister, who will get that out to Ryan Hoover. And then to Mark Rudo on the backward pass. As now possession to be made with Higgins. Loses the puck though, as he was getting some heavy pressure from Paul McClure. But now going the other way. Going to be trying for something along now is Bauermeister. Has the puck. Loses possession. Dragged down though by Schultz. No call for a hold. And then back and through, and again, McClure tried to get that to Burke. Burke falls into the crease on accident from Bentley. A bit of 8-on-8 action, as now we'll take it back and away again. So Schultz heavy on the forecheck right now. Will regain possession of it. Looking for momentum. The pass to JT Webb, broken up just a bit by Carter Grimes. And now here they'll go right back and again. 13:49 and counting remain. And so now here they'll have it. Gonna get the puck going the other way. Bentley now gonna be forced to take that one down into the corner and out to Trowbridge. And they'll chase through it a bit again. So that in front off the skate of Bentley to follow through. Bentley there as well with it. Just a lot of momentum behind the net, and we'll see what it can do. But it goes right out to the point, and the shot. A bit of a screen there was attempted, but Mears was with the shot Going to go out, and now Schultz going the other way to Amos. Knocked just right away, though, by Mears, excuse me, going out for Bentley, who now has it and forced out to the far side. Just picked up and going the other way for Zach on the Indiana, as this one in the corner for Bentley. So taking it back and through, waiting for something, and now Kleinow takes a bit of a break. Filer Johnson there with him. So RFJ tries to get the shot high and out to the right. Kiesel going to be moving that one in as well. Waiting as that one goes far side. 12:40 remain, and that going on a breakout. So the far side waiting for something. McMullen there getting on pressure, and there it goes. A bit of a long ice play by Trowbridge. Going to fall short. Kleinow now has it the other way, and a slash breaks Kleinow's stick, and that will be clear as day, a slashing call.
Yeah, a slashing call here on Trowbridge as he heads to the box. Some things to look forward to here. Number 6 is going in for Bowling Green, along with number 13, so a new fresh set of legs there after a much-needed break. You can see here, number 13 for Indiana, Paul McClure comes in for the face-off.
Well, Hoover to take the draw for Bowling Green. The slash on Trowbridge will be his 4th penalty minute of the season. And so now we're back the other way. And we'll have another quick stop, just like as if nothing happened. But here we go again. Bowling Green with a power play opportunity. Seems like it could be a good thing, but we have seen Bowling Green can fall short, and we can get some shorthanded goals against us.
Yeah, especially with being 12% on power plays in the season for Bowling Green. They just need to capitalize on those power plays.
Well, here they'll have it. Minute 45 remain in the penalties so far for Trowbridge. Going to force Indiana out to the neutral zone. Hoover playing some heavy man-on-man coverage and going to wait back and through, and a cross-ice pass. We'll just get it back and through. So now Schultz back out into the corner, going to be waiting for something. He's got some daylight ahead of him. But using the 5-on-4 to their advantage, right to Kleinow, able to get a tip right past it against Milrad, gets it through. Hoover tries as well, but another clear for Indiana. A line change will get going, and Schultz to chase. So Ted with the puck now behind Norkovicius, going to be chasing after, though. On a heavy back check will be the number 20 of Jake Rock, but then takes it back and through. Rudo now has it with possession. Into the corner is Rudo, looking for somewhere to go. Having it, backing away. Will go up to Granica. Granica back to Rudo again, waiting for something. Going across to McMullen. Back to Granica in front, and that will be in the glove. And Gobble to get a bit of pressure in a shove from Grimes.
Yeah, getting chippy once again here. It looks like Grimes, and I can't quite see number 13, Paul McClure, having an exchange of words out here.
42 seconds remain in the penalty for none other than Trowbridge, but we'll take it back the other way. Another clear for Indiana. Going to be unfortunate, but it'll be taken that direction. Rudo now has it behind, and then getting heavy pressure, though, from the number 24, Braden Ford. And then here we'll go along. Granica getting that one back out to Higgins. Higgins to Granica. Going to try to chase this one along. Gobble now forcing it down. And then a cross pass, and here we go. A breakaway for Rosenberg.
As Rosenberg breaks away there, he almost gets it in. Oh, crap, he does get it. That is my bad. As he sort of does a slide, like a slip and slide afterwards. I didn't see quite contact with the net there. That is my fault. As Indiana takes the lead 7-0, thanks to Ben Rosenberg.
And how ironic that the 7th goal of the game will be Rosenberg's 7th goal of the season. And as we mentioned a bit earlier, you know, with the short-handed, 5 seconds remain in the Trowbridge penalty, and an unfortunate breakaway / clear. We'll get it going. Back to even strength now, as Burke will take it behind. Conway able to wrestle him for it and has possession now. So Liam Conway with the puck. We'll look for something, gets a little sandwich there, but now we'll find it. as Stoller was chasing back through it in the corner again, but now we'll find it going the other way. Bauermeister to have the puck and then gets a pass over. So then waiting through is Rosenberg, back to Burke and in front. Gata has it, loses it, and another one just will slide past that crease. Amos forces it into the corner. Burke going to lose possession of it though from Webb, as now the two BG boys right on the boards. And waiting back for it, Gata going to be fighting in the corner now with Ian Burke to try to find possession of it, and Gata to lay a hit, as now Stoller will just dump that one in and get a change, as there will go again. And they're going cross ice back again. We've seen that a lot to tear up Bowling Green. But now Kleino on the forecheck. McLaughlin not too far out. Another tip and going. And big rush here for the Hoosiers. Going to try it for Trowbridge. Into the corner now and in front. Chased out. And Granica going to throw the puck. And that is in the defensive zone. That should not be a hand pass.
Yeah, a big mishap by Indiana there. I don't know what made that change up there, but we have a new face-off here. Maybe Bowling Green can use, oh, here in the face-off.
Well, and so it looked like they'll say nothing happened nonetheless, but, you know, in a situation like that, obviously it was clear as day Granica used his hand, but for the most part, you are allowed to use your hand in the defensive zone. I wonder if, because it was kind of going towards the neutral zone, maybe it has to be back. Anyway, here we go. Down in the corner now, Schultz going to chase right after it, goes over to Bentley. Bentley now over to McLaughlin. Waiting for something along now. It goes cross ice in the center and then just dumps that one in. McLaughlin and Kleinow in the corner chasing right after it, as there will be two Falcons behind the net. Kleinow going to be acting as an F3. Will not be that far out. McMullen to regain possession of the puck right as he goes out and then gets it over to Granica. So Granica will try to dump that one, and icing going to be ruled off. There will be nothing due to a tip. So now the Hoosiers going to have an opportunity. Pizzuto with the puck, taking it on the far side with Granica, and a big hit there for Aiden as he'll try to get that one back and along. And the puck will be cleared out by Higgins. So now Hoover going to be chasing it back along with Mears for that puck, and then Mears will get that one over to the number 9 of Chambers. And then back and through again. Moving the puck now is Rock. He's going on the far side and right across to nobody, but able to be kept in as Hoover's to lay a big hit on that number 16 of Ray Mears. And in front, the tip going to be just a bit high for Indiana, but now moving it back out will be Mark Rudo taking the puck as well, going out and through to Carter Grimes. And we'll wait for this one here. 7:25 and counting remaining in the third period. Going right back and out to chase for it. James Martin a bit on a forecheck, pinching with that one. And then he'll take it back and away for Jake Rock. But McMullen will have it and takes it moving the other way. So McMullen now has it in the neutral zone, and they're going to say that's off by a mile. Rudo just picked it up. McMullen got into the zone, and there's nothing you can do there.
Yeah, there's really nothing you can do there. A lot of substitutions coming in here for Indiana, trying to get some fresh faces in with a 7-0 lead with 7 minutes left to go. Oh, look, 7-7-7.
And Hoover going to get that one in, and yeah, that's an offside call. Hoover still at the dot trying to pass that into Higgins. And we'll resume where we left off. Just 3 seconds have been taken. So Hoover versus Ford, going to be chasing after it. Puck kept into the zone and then be taken back a little bit more, and here we'll go. Zach going to have the puck, but loses possession of it, and here we'll go now the other way for Ford, who now has it. Waiting back and through. Ford tried to get that one across. Not quite able to, though. A clear by Hoover, and Rudo going to be turning on the Jensen. He beats him, and no, yeah, he does. And now we'll have a bit of a scruffle in the corner with Byram. So 6:32 and counting left. Right into the corner for the Indiana Hoosiers, and then that'll be taken out to Ryan Burke. Burke gets that one right back out, and now going to be moving along to Byram. So Byram now has possession of it, gets that one right back out to Burke again. Ryan with an opportunity on the corner, high puck, going to just go to the far side on Norkovicius, and then taken behind the net and waiting for it a little bit more as Gobble will step up and try to get it out of the defensive territory for Bowling Green. But then they'll have Burke in the corner again, waiting for it, just goes up to the defense. Shot attempt by Byram, going to go out to the high right as we wait for it a little bit more here. Burke loses the puck to Updike, and now will go into the corner. A bit of heavy pressure here for Updike going against Zach, but here it'll be nonetheless. 5:43 and counting remaining in regulation. And so now here you'll go. So Burke to clear it out. Gets that one back and through to Rosenberg. Rosenberg out to Patton, loses possession of it. And now they'll take it back a little bit and through and more, as Updike will take that into the corner and just going to clear some things out here with 5:20 and counting left. So possession going to be regained and then back forward again. Going to be Tyler Milrad. The 5:08 and counting, so here they go, waiting. Just needing to get anything. Quick move going to be made by Rosenberg. So that one gets in. Rosenberg tried to get that one out to Bauermeister and then waits it back through again and gets it out. As we'll have an icing call here, but no, it won't go the length of the ice. And it'll just be picked up by Paul McClure with 4:43. And waiting it as Bentley able to get a hit, or Webb, excuse me. But a bit of a momentum going, and here we'll have it. Going to be trying for it as Rosenberg, and then loses possession. McMullen going to regain it back to JT. So bouncing puck a little bit, forced into the neutral zone. Just taking it back and through. Burke going to have possession of it. Amos going to be able to knock the puck loose just a bit, as Indiana will be forced out and away. Going to be waiting for something here. Milrad now with the puck and going to be chasing back and through, and the pass going to be across. An attempted shot on net was tried by Trowbridge, but not quite. As now here we'll have it. McMullen has possession of it. Not able to clear it from behind the net. Two Falcons getting up there as Granica will go right back into the center. Up to the defense. And then picked up. And here we're going the other way, and Gobble to get Supermaned. An unfortunate turn of events will take it through and away, but here you'll have it. And so now back and again, waiting for something. Indiana just going to try to get a dump right into it, and Schmidt will start to play out for the Hoosiers. Kept into the zone and stopped by Grimes, as that one going to be fighting right in front. Norkovicius, loose puck though, going to go out to Ronan McLaughlin, as he'll be able to clear that one and through. And Kiesel going to be chasing right to in there for Carter Grimes. No time to wait at all, and here you'll have it. And just behind the net, Indiana. Stalling some time here, but going to be waiting for a little bit more, and might have some more momentum, but still going to have something. So now here we'll go. Waiting for it is going to be Grimes. Takes it right back, and going to be Conway. Able to get possession of it. Conway fighting for that puck and not quite able to hold on to it, but here it'll go. And we will proceed going the other direction. So now Conway going to try to lay a hit on that one. And here we'll go the other direction, and then Jake Rock will have it. And we'll try to Hoover. So Hoover to Higgins, back to Conway. Has an opportunity for Rudo. Going to get intercepted, though, and tried for it again by Byram, as he will be able to make the stop there. And going into the corner now, it's a bit of a rush and dush, and then missed by Slavin. He'll cough that one up with less than 2 minutes to go here in the game. And now Indiana with a fast break going the other way. Ford with the puck. Gets through the sea of white, and the shot right off the blocker of Norkovicius will get this one away. So Schultz picks that one up into the corner, back to Hoover again, and then just gets it through. So in front, off a skate of Schultz, and a beautiful goal. Just salt on the wound, Isaiah Byram.
Isaiah Byram with a beautiful goal there. Just being able to flick one right into the top right corner. It can't get much better than that. Just adding to that score there with 1:34 left to go.
Well, in the T, every goal counts. You need to keep it going, but a tough one indeed Makes it 8-0. Second goal of the year. We're back to it now. Waiting for it, and again will be Pizzuto behind the net trying for something. And then getting it across and waiting for something else to move along. 1:19 and counting to remain. And then they'll have it to Burke. Waiting for something and back again. And just curiosity for where you could go, but now up and high. The puck gonna get a bounce and then just chases it right over to Pizzuto. The shot gonna be tipped, attempt by Burke and not quite able to follow through to what everyone was hoping for, but now that one gonna go and wait for it back again. Just goes right out and high, looking for the attempt, the pass to be made by Byram in front, waiting for it, back and through to Pizzuto, to Byram again, and in front, Norkovicius makes the save. And yep, Hagen's gonna get into it with the number 21 of Grant.
Yeah, you see, things started to get chippy down there after number 27 for Indiana, Isaiah Byram, puts his stick right in front of Mitch's face and started poking at his helmet from the looks of it. Hopefully he's all right, but this game has got chippy for the third time in a row tonight. Just hope everything can get soothed out and get ready for this face-off here.
Well, taking it back away, and here they'll go. Updike with an opportunity now. Gonna go on the far side, clears the opening, and again in front, and that one off the crease and then off. And a save by Gutzman. Updike able to clear territory and got so close to ruining the SO for Gutzman.
Yeah, Gutzman was about a foot away from getting his SO ruined.
20 seconds now remain. Here it goes, as that one will clear out, and the clock gonna run a little bit more on the score on the Jumbotron than it did. And I don't think any adjustments will be made, so we'll just run down with them. Stopped at 19, but they went to 14, and that one shot high and out, just right into the netting. So 7 seconds, you know, nothing's impossible. We'll see what can happen here. But I don't think Bowling Green can touch this. They will come out of the Slater Family Ice Arena tonight with a loss.
Yeah, it's really sad to see from Falcon fans right now. We'll see.
Well, we'll see what can happen. Yep, Granite could have tossed that out to Patton. And that will be all she wrote, folks. Bowling Green 0, Indiana 8. The day has ended, and that will be the end of things here at the Slater Family Ice Arena. Blake Schultz for his broadcast debut. That's how it will go through. So we're going to have the line of handshakes, and then we will be back here later. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. I'm Dan Ridenour, joined alongside